What's up, everybody? Happy Saturday. Hopefully, you enjoyed the week. Hopefully, you guys a good weekend so far. Hope you have a lot of plans. If you're a sports wrestling racing fan, again, it's a pretty good weekend for you. We have NASCAR started again. We got a lot of stuff on track today. ARCA and Xfinity Series, XFL. So football continues. We get to see what The Rock can do with the XFL. Even though I thought Vince was doing a better job the second time around, it was at least watchable until COVID. But we'll see what he can do with it. And we also have the Elimination Chamber tonight. So it's a big weekend, to watch a lot of, stuff. There's softball on right now. There's all kinds of good stuff going on. So hopefully, one of those things interests you and there's something you can watch and enjoy and appreciate because there's action everywhere to include again tonight in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. And by the way, getting to hear Sammy's song last night at one point, I was violently impressed with the fact that we could not hear the music over the crowd at one point. At least I couldn't through the projector. So that was, a really good pop to hear all of that. I don't think it's going to end the way, everyone's hoping it does. But only time will tell. Again, it's just one of those things. I think it's going to be a really good night. I think we can learn a lot about tonight, which is really all this is about. But we're going to start out that guy right there. If you're watching this, Bobby Lashley, Brock Lesnar. My big one. I was like, what are your predictions? Yeah. I just hope it's a better match than the first two. I mean, the first one was a stinker. The second one, Brock just got the hell beat out of him and stole it, which didn't make him look good. Again, I just thought it was a stinker. I thought they could put together a better story and come to, the same conclusion. So I just want those two to put together a good match, tell a good story. They can still beat the hell out of each other. Look at the size of them. They have to beat the hell out of each other. There's no way around them not beating the hell out of each other. So, I want that to happen, but we also get, the effect of all the rumors we've been seeing. And, if we get to see Brock and Gunther at WrestleMania, that would be fantastic because, they're just going to pummel each other. And that lets you know, because, Brock doesn't work with anyone if he doesn't want to. That lets you know where Gunther really is. And I think they could have a killer match right there. And that would be amazing. And then we also get to the flip side, being Bray Wyatt saying whoever comes out of it on top, better run, which means we could see Lashley and Bray. Again, God knows how they do it, how Uncle Howdy, so many different things would be involved. Then move him on from LA Knight to bigger fish because Bobby is a bigger fish in the sea in the company. And, see how Bray can evolve and do all this with a whole different thing. And it also, puts Lashley in something that you don't see him in all the time. That whole psychological, he's really just there pummeling people. I mean, that's really his big thing there. And it would just be, really good to see how, Bray can evolve everything and how Bobby responds to it all and how they put it together. Like those are two very interesting dynamics coming out of it, both Bobby and Bray, and then Gunther and Brock. Like if that happened, those would be two completely different things, but they'd be really good with what they'd be able, to do and put together. And again, it gets really, never mind any of that. It gives really, it'll solidify Gunther no matter what happens if he goes against Brock, because they're going to pummel each other. And Bray being back, having him, go with Lashley, beat him, like that could lead to another thing. So we got to see how that all works out. But so with that being said, if that's the case, then I'm guessing that means Bobby's gonna win. If if the Brock Gunther things are true, see how it plays out. I do like both of those going forward, though. Comment and tell me your thoughts. I think that would be really good. There's a whole new aspect, Bobby and something he doesn't normally get to do. And well, the other option, they're going to beat the hell out of each other and give us a hell of a WrestleMania match. So looking forward to that. I think it's very exciting. Good chances of things turning out well, making people happy in the long run. Edge and Beth Phoenix versus Finn Balor and Rhea Ripley. I wrote word for word: stupid will happen. Stupid always happens. Stupid's gonna happen. And it better lead to an epic match if it really is Edge's last one. As he said, we heard everyone saw the video when they were in Toronto last August. If this really is going to be his last WrestleMania, I don't care what happens tonight, to have a good match, tell a good story, and set up an epic match. If it's going to be his last one, set up something good. And if you could sprinkle in less sightings and cut, the microphone of Corey Graves so I don't have to hear them, regurgitating all that stupid shit about Dominic on top of it, that would be even better for me. I would greatly appreciate that too. I don't ask for much from them. Just don't have it suck. Don't let the stupid be too stupid, but regardless of how dumb it gets, set up the match that Edge deserves going out. And him versus Balor, we've seen rumors him, Balor, normal Balor, him, Balor, Demon Balor, and him, those two in a Hell in a Cell at WrestleMania and stuff like there's a lot of options that they have that we've all seen rumors for. I like most of them, and I think Finn and Edge, if that's going to be Edge's last Mania, I think they could tear the house down. In fact, we all know they could tear the house down. It all comes down to tonight, though. How stupid will it be? We all know it's going to be stupid. Let's just hope that they don't make anyone turn into like Eagles fans diving through TVs and breaking their friends' TVs and stuff. Let's just hope we don't do that, but it's going to be dumb. We all know it. Dom is going to be there. Stupid is going to happen. And Graves is going to make my ears bleed at some point. So at least we know what's coming. We just don't know what level, so don't make it suck. The Raw Women's title #1 contenders elimination chamber match. Yeah, Carmella versus Nikki Cross versus Raquel Rodriguez versus Asuka versus Liv Morgan, and then Natalia's thrown in there as well. Carmella, don't see it happening. No offense to her. Not, her and Bianca. I don't like the matchup. I don't think I could listen to the two of them talk at the same time. Nikki, obviously not. Natty, no. Then we get into the nitty gritty of it. We have seen Bianca and Asuka together, and we know what they can do together. No, they'd have a great match at Mania. That's also why I'm not so sold on her winning it, just because we have seen it, so much in recent times. Again, completely different, character swing for Asuka, so that'd be a completely different element. But I don't know. We've just seen it so many times, it makes me doubtful that's going to be the case. I'd be okay if it was. Tell me what you think in the comments. I think that would be good. It'd be a great match for Mania. I just don't see it, happening just because it's happened so much. Liv, she had her time. And I do, no, don't get me wrong. I let, her changing her character a little bit there for a while, getting all extreme. It added something to it. Her Rumble added something to her. Her and Asuka. Then their segment at SmackDown, the stare down, and all that, even though they had her tap, which, didn't help, but you could play she was trying to save herself for the chamber match thing, but that didn't help them having their stare off there. It helped, but I don't think they're going to pull the trigger and have Bianca and Liv just because it doesn't, just picture it. It doesn't make sense in your head. And the way they have, her and Asuka intertwined, pretty sure there's going to be something between the two of them after being right there, two of the last three in the Rumble, them staring off right there. There's a lot of that, which is why I have a really hard time getting behind that. And I just don't like her and Bianca's, matchup. And Bianca's a face, so, they're not going to have face versus face. It just doesn't work that way. So sadly, that doesn't work. But her and Asuka, I'd like to see what she can do with Asuka. Get in the ring with Asuka, I think that'll really show where the hell Liv has come in all these, months, since day one, really. Because where she was the Raw match against Becky before day one compared to day one, night and day, and where she's been since then. I like the growth. I just think her and Asuka would, that'd be a better match. And again, heel, face, they have everything they always want. It gives everyone their moment. It puts a spot, a match on the card for the 2 nights. And it does everything, and Raquel just makes the most sense. Hear me out. We go back. You can go back forever when she was down there, just starting NXT. Go back. I didn't say very many nice things, but again, she didn't really have a lot of experience, back then. It was very green and all that. And if you listen to it as she was doing her run, I said how much improved, how improved she was and all of that. I did give her a lot of compliments, and they pushed her to the moon when she got there. Big, smiling, happy face. And she's always been there, no matter the injury thing. She's always been in the picture and in everything. And I know I keep saying, the face versus face, but she could easily turn and go back to what she was at NXT there and take that character into Mania and say that she's coming for Bianca's title. It makes sense. She's done it before. We know she can do it. And those two matchup, I think, would put the most intriguing thing in there for a bunch of reasons. But this would be one of the few times we saw someone that could match strength with Bianca, which doesn't happen a lot in her matches. We all know it doesn't happen a lot in her matches. That'd be thing, yeah. Size, yeah, she's not comparable to a lot of them. Yeah, I mean, no offense to the women's division. Asuka's tinier, Bailey, Dakota, Io, pretty much everyone's smaller than Bianca, except Rhea and Raquel. So that puts a good matchup there. And you can just see it making sense no matter which one they have walk out the championship, which is the really big one there and all that. No offense to any of the other ladies in the match, but you can look at a bunch of them and go, no, hell no. And I just think this one makes the most sense going forward. Again, Liv could get it. I wouldn't be surprised. Asuka could get it. I really wouldn't, be surprised because those things all make sense, for it being WrestleMania in the match. I think Asuka is a better option over Liv. No offense to Liv when it comes to Bianca, but we've seen it so many times. I just have to go with Raquel because of that. But business sense, just who hasn't done it. And new star, they could supersize Star and have her be the one to knock off Bianca and send her to the moon. And that also makes sense if you're listening to this. So we got to see what they're going to do with it. I could be completely wrong. Suddenly Carmella wins and I'll just be sitting here with my jaw on the floor confused, but I don't think I'm going to be wrong on that one. At least definitely not in that one. If Carmella or Nettie or Nikki win, I'm officially going to be really, really confused. So hopefully that doesn't happen because I already have enough problems with that. U.S. Championship Elimination Chamber match. Austin Theory defending against Montez Ford, Johnny Gargano, Bronson Reed, Seth freaking Rollins, and Damian Priest. And I see Theory, walking out as champion if that answers everything. I think they did a much better job throwing this one together as well, with who's in the match. Because you could look, Tez, it would be good. Johnny needs it. It would be good. It would help finally get him through all the shenanigans. Bronson makes sense. Seth, definitely. Priest can do it all on paper. That all makes sense. When you go through the list, who do you see actually doing it? That's a different story. But this one, at least you could see all of them in the matches they could put together with it. Montez Ford would be amazing. And we know that the moment is coming at some point. They've been talking about it too much. You see how much better shape Dawkins is in, like he's getting ready to know he's going to do it. Yeah, and we all know it's coming. I don't think that this is the point to see it coming in and him getting the title, but it'd be great. Think about him as champion, the matches he could have with all kinds of people defending that thing. That would be great. I just don't see it. Bronson Reed still there too short of a time. Too much stupidity, involved with it all. Not yet. Johnny, no. Letting him have it and just wrestling, getting rid of the shenanigans would be fantastic at what he desperately needs because it's all so stale and ridiculous with a lot of the stuff they're doing. But I don't see that one happening either. Again, think about that. Anyone that was an old, black and gold NXT fan, look at the matches he was putting together, people. Like him with that, just doing that and having matches and defending the title every week or something would be fantastic. It's not going to happen. That'd be fantastic and help him immensely. Seth would be perfect. But again, they've been at it so many times. And him and Logan Paul, obviously, he's been on that for so long. Him and Logan Paul are going to be at WrestleMania. And I think that's going to be absolutely killer. I think that's going to be a fantastic match. No matter what you say, Logan Paul can wrestle. He really can. He throws a better buckshot lariat than a lot of guys, especially CM Punk. But that's another story. I think that'll be a great match just with the building and what they put together. Look at this match with Roman. If you don't, no matter how you feel about him, that match in Saudi burned the whole world down. That was a good match. Now we get to see Logan and Seth at Mania. That makes sense going into it. And, Priest, but all the stupid with Judgment Day and all that, I just don't see it happening and pulling the trigger on that. And the role Theory's on, again, look where he was, and everyone freaked out because they buried him. There's some air quotes for you. They fucking buried him. So just wait. They buried him. And look what he's done since then. Got the United States Championship very shortly after that. Completely different character, and it's working now. So no, they didn't fucking bury him. I think him walking out makes the most sense to put a match together for WrestleMania. I think him losing would be just dumb. There's no point. He's on it right now. Only time will tell. Please, God. I don't ask for much in the world. Please don't have him lose. It just doesn't feel right to any of them. And again, I just explained perfectly why. Bronson has other things he could do. Johnny will be in something. Priest still has Judgment Day stuff. Seth's got Logan. I have a lot of people that you can go, ooh, but how many of them make sense business wise and all that? And towards things they're already building? Only theory. And I think he's on a roll, so I think it'd be dumb to, break that momentum just to give someone a shot. So they can hold on to it and lose to him at Mania. That doesn't make a lick of sense. And hopefully the people, the powers that be, don't do that, because that would actually be really fucking stupid. That would piss me off. But bygones. Get to the main event. We know it's going to be the main event. Undisputed WWE Universal Championship. Roman Reigns defending against Sami Zayn. We all know it's going to be Roman. What else is there to say? Again, everything they did to build it up. From where the Sami saved the bloodline angle, because it was getting boring as hell until he got involved and started getting all that humor and getting everyone to break character and all that. Like it was, we were going, oh my god, and we still wanted to see it end, but Sami saved a lot of stuff in that, and the build that they've done to get there was good. They did a great job. Him and all the stuff he's done, Sami, good. Last night, fantastic. Crowd was in it. Yeah, the old song, like all of it was going. If we can get that Sami back, that'd be great. Him and Cody stuff was fantastic on Raw. I really thoroughly enjoyed all of that. But moral of the story, Sami's not walking out of Montreal with the title. They got too much going towards, for Roman going into Mania with Cody and all that. It would be fantastic to find a way to weasel him in there. I just don't see it happening. What I do see is, the Usos, doing their thing and everyone getting involved. And maybe as there's another guy that's from Quebec, Maryville, I believe. They go and attack him. Here he comes. KO comes to make the save. They go after the Usos for the tag titles. Something like that. Would, as they are there, and them going after them at Mania makes the most sense. And Roman and Cody having their big moment. All that is. It's a great story. They've done such a good job, saving. Again, I have no shame in saying that they saved the bloodline thing. It was going, ugh. It was just literally the same thing on repeat all the time. And at least Sami was there and you didn't know what was going to happen. He gave you some, what was he going to say this week? And people were tuning in just to see if he can get everyone to break again. Like that, enough right there is such an amazing job at saving. Something that was getting stale. And, we know it's the wrestling world. We want it to, end with fairy tales and happiness. But sadly, Sami's going down tonight. And, I still think they'll make him look good. But I'm pretty sure, we're going to see KO in for a save at some point to set that up. And we'll see where we go from there. But I think it's going to be, better match everyone gives credit for. And they should let Sami shine. He saved the damn thing. At least you can do is let him look good in the process of doing it. And he's so over. Don't do anything stupid and ruin it. All you do is piss people off. And we know the wrestling world's good at doing that, but let's not. And that's where I got it. That's where I'm going to leave it. So, let me know in the comments what you think. Thanks for watching, listening. Apple, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, no matter where you are. I appreciate it. Share the hell out of this thing. Get it to as many people as we can to get a good number before the show starts. And I'll be back in a couple days to go over the post show. Appreciate y'all. Peace. Deuces. I'm out. Bye.